Good afternoon everyone. So we're at an interesting one today. So it's a Ford Transit. It's a 2.2 DCI engine. Now the fault codes, I put them in the edit, but it's to do with soot accumulation, and also there's one for the DPF sensor reading low. So what I looked at the figures on the scan tool, and in fact they were never changing. So there is a DPF sensor there. You can see that I back probed into it. So the purple wire there, let me see, we'll get right into there. The purple wire on the right hand side is my signal. So you're expecting half a volt at idle, a half a volt with key on, engine off, and then a reading if the DPF is indeed blocked. So just use my multimeter. You can see there, half a volt, key on, engine off. So what I then do is just use this meter. We'll hit my minimum and maximum button. So we'll go and start it, and I'll show you what figures it gets up to with increasing acceleration. Right, there's the codes there. You can see that one there. Oops. DPF differential pressure sensor too low. So what I'll do is take it up to 3000. We'll go and check my scan tool. So it's recording, so we go minimum. So there's the maximum, only gets up to 0.532, and then down to that. So what I'm saying here is, between the sensor and the pipe work it goes in, oh dear, shut that thing up. The pipe work that goes into the exhaust must be blocked. So you can see it's copper pipes or steel pipes. So I need to find a way to unblock them so it can get a true reading of the DPF. The other thing you can do here is just a quick test. Oh, I better put the key on. So there you go, half a volt. So we'll do the unplug it test. That's it out. So there you go, there's our bias voltage. Put it back in. Back to half a volt. Go for our next wire, the brown wire. That's ground. Oh no, that's reference voltage, 4.98, that's good. Then we'll check our ground circuit. There. I think I'm pinned into ground. The easiest way to do this is just to take your lead, if it will indeed reach, and go to battery positive. Of course. Oh, bad day. Right, I'll get back to you. I've just lost my little clamp. Cheers. So what I done here was I went down to the sensor. I've disconnected the little clip, so I'll take it off and show you how I just tested this quickly. There it's there. So what I'm going to do is just blow into the first pipe just to see if it can take a pressure, and I'll keep you focused on the scan tool. It's there. You can see that spiked up. Try that. Let's set the wide. So the minimum 1 and the maximum. See if this works. There we go. Let's see the graph. There we go. So you can see that's taking pressure. So this DPF is totally blocked up. So need to take the DPF off and clean up that pipework down the bottom there. Eh? What a shame. Another thing, I can't even get the DPF doctor into there. There's not enough room. So what I've done there, you can see I've removed the O2 sensor. So you can see that's up the back there, you can see the hole. There we go, you can see it up there. So I removed that, took it a run up the hill, and it went a bit quicker. Obviously it's quite restricted, even all the gases coming out there. So it definitely needs a treatment on the DPF or a DPF. Now the full story actually is, this had a new head gasket done, and it was consuming coolant. So I think I'm alright, my man. I'm talking on the video.
Eh?
I'm talking on the video.
You put it on the video?
Aye, I'm filming.
Alright.
Hey, I'm talking to myself. Hey! So it was consuming coolant. So that's why the head gasket was done. So I'm sure coolant does DPFs and cats in, things like that. So we'll try the DPF doctor, and if that doesn't work when the engine's cold, we'll then put a new DPF on it. Cheers. Right, so I'm back at this Transit. So what I managed to do was remove the lambda sensor. I think I showed you that the last time. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting the old DPF doctor in it to see if we can try and clear this. But we're still going to be left with this problem down here that the sensor, that pipe work is blocked, but you've got to try something somewhere. So you're meant to put this in, was it a bus for 5 seconds and do it, leave it for 5 minutes. I think it's about 6 or 7 times, so I'll keep going with this. But I tested the pressure and the back pressure in this exhaust. So using my little, I made this up myself, an old lambda sensor. So at idle, the gauge is a bit off, but at idle I was measuring 3 psi, far too high. So anyway, we'll see how we go on with this cleaning fluid. Cheers.